This is the towable Tuff Duck by Game. I'm going to tell you 3 reasons why it is a fun family tube, and 1 reason why I'm not sure I'll ever get on this tube again. That was not my favorite ride.
Can I
That
go
hurt
again?
so much. Yeah, you can go again.
I want to go again.
The Tuff Duck is a 6-foot wide towable tube that can hold up to 3 riders with a weight capacity of 400 pounds. The tube comes in 2 designs, the camo design we tested here, and also a more classic yellow rubber duck tube. The tube has 2 parts, a vinyl inner tube, along with an outer shell nylon that wraps around the base of the tube. The tube itself is meant to be dual purpose, used both as a towable behind a boat, along with a snow tube that can be used for sledding in the winter. For this review, we only tested the towable for the lake, but I can see how this would be fun riding down a hill in the winter. The tube itself has 3 inflation points, the middle, outer ring, and the head. It was pretty quick to inflate, clocking in around 8 minutes total with our small battery-operated pump. I will put some of our favorite pumps in the description. Overall, it was fairly easy to put together. The hardest part was aligning the inner tube correctly with the outer shell. A few notes. This doesn't come with a tow rope, so you need to bring your own. And also, it does have an attachment point on the outer shell itself. Once the tube was inflated, it was time to go for a ride. Here are the 3 main reasons why we like this tube. Number 1, the kids love it. The kids really liked the duck. It was a good size and a fun design. If you have a child who is nervous about going tubing, it was much more approachable than most of the other tubes that are out there. At low to moderate speed, it was very stable in the water, and it was great for beginners to stretch their feathers. The kids played with it even when we weren't tubing around the dock or off the side of the boat. It was easy to jump on and off and fairly stable. There were even a few games of King of the Duck. Number 2, it's a real head turner. Pulling a 6-foot wide duck behind your boat will definitely get some attention. Not to mention a camo duck or even the rubber ducky version, and it will certainly stand out in the middle of the lake. Adding in the sunglasses gives the tube some extra character that most towable tubes don't have. Number 3, durability. They don't call it the Tuff Duck for nothing. It really held up well. The inner tube itself is that normal vinyl tube material that you find on most other tubes, but they also added an outer shell, and that really takes the brunt of the abuse and gives the tube a lot of extra protection. It gives a nicer feel too. It doesn't get quite as hot out in the sun, and also just makes it a softer feel. Overall, we think that the tube would probably last a couple of years, and we would credit that especially to that outer shell that they've added to the tube. Now on to the main reason why you won't see me on this tube. You actually need to be somewhat flexible to fit, so sitting around the front of the tube. I'm fairly tall at over 6'4" and have never been known for my flexibility. The last time I stretched to touch my toes was probably about 3rd grade. With that said, my lack of flexibility made the ride super uncomfortable. Every bounce and bump of the tube made it worse. The kids and my wife had no issues with the tube whatsoever. They're all much more flexible than me, but I couldn't get comfortable on the tube, and I can't recommend it for anyone who is taller or not very flexible. The ride was just that uncomfortable. The other main con we saw with the tube was it was hard to see small kids because of the head. When you looked back from the boat, the head of the duck itself would block the child from your view. Because of this, it's not necessarily a deal breaker. You just have to be more aware of the rider and to make sure that they haven't fallen off the back without being seen. Overall, we like the Tuff Duck. It was a fun design that the kids absolutely loved. The build quality seemed strong. It turned heads out on the lake. And when I mentioned the kids loved it, while I won't be getting back on the tube anytime soon, the kids were lining up to ride on the Tuff Duck. Overall, we give the Tuff Duck 4 out of 5 stars. We would recommend it for anyone with children, maybe slightly older, preteen range, through the rest of the family, excluding anyone who is unflexible or super tall. Thank you for watching our review. If you'd like to, please hit that subscription bell and also like and comment on this video. We have many other reviews on our channel, so check some of those out. I'll put some examples up in the corners here. And as always, we're looking for new lake toys to review for our followers, so if you have any, feel free to contact us. We hope to see you out on the lake.